Hey Spurs fans, welcome back to another update on our San Antonio Spurs. Before we jump into today's breaking news, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. And here's something special for you. Everyone who subscribes and leaves a comment with their name and the city they're watching from will automatically be entered into our giveaway to win an official San Antonio Spurs jersey. So don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and comment your name and city below. Stay tuned, because the next Spurs fan wearing the jersey could be you. The video that sparked this conversation begins with a bold claim. The San Antonio Spurs, one of the most surprising teams of the current campaign, may be preparing to push all their chips to the center of the table. The rumor swirling around the league is that the Spurs could replace veteran Harrison Barnes with a dynamic forward whose scoring average exceeds 22 points per contest, a player carrying a contract valued at $112 million. The mere mention of Trey Murphy III in connection with San Antonio has sent shockwaves through the Western Conference. The Spurs, sitting 5.5 games behind the top seed, have already proven themselves capable of competing with the elite. Yet the distance between first and second remains daunting, and the narrowing gap between second and third suggests that the margin for error is shrinking. For a franchise that has tasted glory in past decades, the temptation to accelerate the rebuild and seize the moment is irresistible. Analyst Eamon Castles has proposed a scenario that would fundamentally alter the Spurs' trajectory. His vision is clear. San Antonio should address its glaring weakness from beyond the arc by acquiring Murphy from the New Orleans Pelicans. The deal would send Jeremy Sochan, Harrison Barnes, and 3 coveted first-round selections to New Orleans, a package designed to entice a team that may be looking to reshape its roster. Murphy's profile is compelling. Averaging more than 22 points, 6 rebounds, nearly 4 assists, and close to 2 steals per game, he has emerged as one of the league's most versatile young forwards. His shooting percentage from deep hovers at 38%, a figure that underscores his ability to stretch defenses and punish opponents who collapse into the paint. For a Spurs team ranked 18th in three-pointers made, his arrival would be transformative. The potential fit alongside Victor Wembanyama is tantalizing. Wembanyama, already the centerpiece of San Antonio's future, thrives when surrounded by teammates who can space the floor and capitalize on his gravity. Murphy would not only provide scoring relief, but also serve as a reliable secondary option, ensuring that defenses cannot simply swarm the young French phenom. The chemistry between the two could redefine the Spurs' offensive identity. Replacing Barnes with Murphy would also signal a philosophical shift. Barnes, respected for his professionalism and steady contributions, represents stability. Murphy, by contrast, embodies explosiveness and upside. The trade would be a declaration that the Spurs are no longer content with incremental progress. They are ready to gamble on star power to chase immediate contention. The Pelicans, of course, would not part with Murphy lightly. Yet the offer of 3 first-round picks, combined with the addition of Sachan's defensive versatility and Barnes' veteran presence, could appeal to a franchise balancing short-term competitiveness with long-term planning. For New Orleans, the deal would provide flexibility and assets, while for San Antonio, it would be a bold leap toward championship aspirations. Fans are divided, and that division fuels the intrigue. Supporters of the Spurs envision a lineup capable of going toe-to-toe with any team in the league, a roster that could challenge for titles not just this season, but for years to come. Skeptics, however, warn of the risks. Sacrificing draft capital and young talent for a single player could backfire if chemistry falters or injuries intervene. The debate itself adds layers of drama to the unfolding narrative. The broader NBA community is captivated by the possibility. Trades of this magnitude are rare, and when they involve a breakout star and a franchise cornerstone like Wembanyama, the stakes rise exponentially. Analysts speculate about how the move would reshape the Western Conference hierarchy, potentially turning San Antonio into a juggernaut while forcing rivals to recalibrate their strategies. Murphy's potential arrival would also carry cultural significance. The Spurs have long been known for their methodical approach, their emphasis on team-first basketball, and their reluctance to chase headlines. This trade would mark a departure from tradition, a willingness to embrace risk in pursuit of greatness. It would be a statement to the league that San Antonio is ready to reclaim its place among the elite. The numbers alone tell a compelling story, but the human element is equally important. For Murphy, joining the Spurs would mean stepping into a role of immense responsibility, becoming the co-star alongside one of the most hyped prospects in NBA history. For Wembanyama, it would mean sharing the burden of expectation with a proven scorer, allowing him to grow without carrying the entire offensive load. As the deadline approaches, anticipation builds. Every insider report, every subtle hint from team executives, and every speculative article adds fuel to the fire. The suspense is palpable, and fans across the league are glued to the unfolding drama, eager to see whether the Spurs will indeed make the leap. If the deal materializes, the ripple effects will be felt far beyond San Antonio and New Orleans. Rival teams will be forced to respond, adjusting their rosters and strategies to contend with a Spurs squad suddenly armed with one of the most dangerous duos in basketball. The Western Conference, already a battlefield, will become even more unpredictable. Ultimately, the story is not just about statistics or contracts. It is about ambition, risk, and the pursuit of glory. The Spurs stand at a crossroads, and the decision to pursue Trey Murphy III could define their future for years to come. Whether they choose caution or boldness, the basketball world will be watching, captivated by the possibility of a franchise rewriting its destiny in real time. Before we go on, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. Your support keeps our Spurs coverage strong and brings you the latest updates straight from San Antonio. And jump into the comments. Tell us what you think about today's news. The video begins with a stunning revelation that immediately grips the audience. The NBA has officially acknowledged a grave error and announced that a major title will be returned to the San Antonio Spurs. The footage shows league officials making the declaration in front of a packed press room, and the atmosphere is electric. Fans watching the clip are left in disbelief, their curiosity piqued, desperate to understand how such a monumental mistake could have occurred and what it means for the legacy of one of basketball's most storied franchises. As the announcement spreads, the basketball world reacts with shockwaves. The Spurs, long respected for their consistency and excellence, suddenly find themselves at the center of a controversy that has reshaped the narrative of NBA history. The decision to restore the title is not just a correction. It is a seismic event that forces fans, analysts, and historians to reconsider the past. Journalists immediately begin dissecting the details. How did the NBA make such a critical error? What circumstances led to the title being stripped in the first place? And why has the league chosen this moment to rectify it? The questions are endless, and the answers promise to redefine the way the Spurs are remembered. Fans in San Antonio celebrate with unbridled joy. For years, they have carried the weight of what they believed was an injustice, and now their patience has been rewarded. The city buzzes with excitement, with supporters flooding the streets, waving banners, and chanting in celebration of the team's restored glory. The atmosphere is reminiscent of championship parades, a testament to the emotional significance of the announcement. Inside the Spurs organization, the mood is one of vindication. Players, coaches, and staff reflect on the years of hard work that have been overshadowed by the league's mistake. The restoration of the title is not just about recognition. It is about justice, about honoring the sacrifices and achievements that have been unfairly diminished. Analysts debate the broader implications of the decision. Some argue that the NBA's willingness to admit fault demonstrates integrity, while others question how such an error could have gone unnoticed for so long. The controversy sparks discussions about transparency, accountability, and the importance of preserving the integrity of the sport. Social media erupts with reactions. Clips of the announcement trend worldwide, with fans creating highlight reels of the Spurs' historic season. Memes capture the disbelief of the moment, while influencers and basketball personalities weigh in with hot takes. The digital frenzy ensures that the story resonates far beyond traditional sports circles. Former players add their voices to the conversation, offering perspectives that enrich the discourse. Many praise the NBA for correcting the mistake, noting that the decision restores honor to the Spurs. Others caution that the incident raises troubling questions about the league's governance and record-keeping. Their insights highlight the complexity of the situation and its far-reaching implications. Sponsors and business partners quickly recognize the commercial impact of the news. The restoration of the title boosts merchandise sales, ticket demand, and marketing opportunities. The Spurs brand, already synonymous with excellence, is elevated to new heights, and the franchise reaps the benefits of renewed global attention. Internationally, the story resonates deeply. The Spurs' popularity extends far beyond American borders, and the decision to return the title is celebrated by fans in Europe, Asia, and Latin America. The global appeal of the franchise ensures that the announcement becomes a focal point of international basketball conversations, strengthening the NBA's position as a worldwide brand. The NBA itself faces scrutiny. While the decision to correct the error is praised, the league must now confront questions about how such a mistake occurred and what measures will be taken to prevent similar incidents in the future. The controversy becomes a case study in governance, reminding everyone that even the most established institutions are not immune to error. Inside the Spurs locker room, the restoration of the title serves as a powerful motivator. Players understand that their legacy has been restored, and the recognition fuels their determination to build on that success. The atmosphere shifts from frustration to pride, a transformation that could define the team's future. Media coverage intensifies, with national outlets framing the decision as one of the most significant corrections in sports history. Commentators highlight the rarity of such an admission, contrasting it with the league's usual reluctance to revisit past decisions. The narrative of justice and redemption dominates headlines. Social media continues to buzz, with fans creating artwork, videos, and tributes celebrating the announcement. The digital community transforms the news into a cultural event, ensuring that the Spurs' restored title is remembered not just as a correction, but as a milestone in sports storytelling. The Spurs themselves embrace the moment, releasing statements that emphasize gratitude and excitement. The tone is celebratory, but also determined, signaling that the organization views the restoration as both a reward and a responsibility. The next chapter of Spurs basketball is framed as an opportunity to achieve greatness once again. Rival teams feel the ripple effect immediately, recalibrating their strategies in response to San Antonio's renewed status. Western Conference contenders recognize that the Spurs' legacy has been reinforced, while Eastern Conference teams consider how the decision reshapes the narrative of past and future rivalries. For the Spurs fanbase, the announcement is a dream come true. The restoration of the title validates years of loyalty and passion, creating a sense of closure and triumph. The excitement is palpable, and the belief in the franchise's greatness is stronger than ever. As the dust settles, one truth becomes clear. The NBA's decision to return the title to the Spurs is more than a headline. It is a declaration of justice, a commitment to integrity, and a promise of unforgettable moments yet to come. The basketball world watches with anticipation, knowing that the story of the Spurs has been rewritten in the most dramatic way possible. In the end, the video that began it all continues to circulate, replayed endlessly by fans who cannot get enough of the moment. Each viewing reignites the excitement, the sense of wonder, and the belief that the next chapter of Spurs basketball will be as captivating as the last. For the franchise, for the fans, and for the sport itself, the announcement is a gift, a reminder of why basketball matters, and why the Spurs remain one of its brightest stars. The repercussions of the NBA's shocking decision to return a major title to the San Antonio Spurs have continued to reverberate across the basketball world, and the fallout has been extraordinary. Analysts on national broadcasts have described the move as unprecedented, noting that it forces fans and historians to reconsider the way championships are recorded and remembered. The sheer magnitude of the correction has ensured that the Spurs are once again at the center of every conversation about the league's integrity. Fans in San Antonio have responded with overwhelming enthusiasm, treating the announcement as a long-awaited vindication. The city has erupted in celebration, with spontaneous gatherings, parades, and chants echoing through the streets. For supporters who felt robbed of recognition, the restoration of the title is more than a victory. It is justice, and the emotional release has been palpable. In contrast, rival fan bases have expressed mixed emotions. Some acknowledge that the correction was necessary, while others worry about the precedent it sets. The idea that championships can be revisited years later raises questions about the permanence of history, and debates rage about whether other teams might now demand similar reviews of past decisions. Social media has amplified the drama, with hashtags tied to the Spurs trending worldwide. Fans have created highlight reels of the season in question, celebrating the players who were finally recognized for their achievements. Memes mocking the NBA's error have gone viral, while influencers and basketball personalities weigh in with their own takes, ensuring that the story resonates far beyond traditional sports circles. Former players have added their voices to the conversation, offering perspectives that enrich the discourse. Many praise the NBA for correcting the mistake, noting that the decision restores honor to the Spurs. Others caution that the incident raises troubling questions about the league's governance and record-keeping, highlighting the need for greater transparency in the future. Sponsors and business partners have quickly recognized the commercial impact of the news. The restoration of the title boosts merchandise sales, ticket demand, and marketing opportunities. The Spurs brand, already synonymous with excellence, is elevated to new heights, and the franchise reaps the benefits of renewed global attention. Internationally, the story has resonated deeply. The Spurs' popularity extends far beyond American borders, and the decision to return the title is celebrated by fans in Europe, Asia, and Latin America. The global appeal of the franchise ensures that the announcement becomes a focal point of international basketball conversations, strengthening the NBA's position as a worldwide brand. The NBA itself faces scrutiny, as commentators question how such a grave error could have occurred in the first place. While the league is praised for its willingness to admit fault, the controversy has sparked discussions about accountability and the importance of preserving the integrity of sport. The incident becomes a case study in governance, reminding everyone that even the most established institutions are not immune to error. Inside the Spurs locker room, the restoration of the title serves as a powerful motivator. Players understand that their legacy has been restored, and the recognition fuels their determination to build on that success. The atmosphere shifts from frustration to pride, a transformation that could define the team's future and inspire them to pursue new championships. Ultimately, the repercussions of the NBA's decision extend far beyond the immediate correction. It is a story about justice, ambition, and the courage to confront mistakes. Fans, analysts, and insiders alike recognize that this is not just a headline. It is a turning point. The announcement has reshaped conversations, strategies, and dreams, ensuring that the Spurs' legacy will continue to grow and that the sport itself will be richer for the bold choice to set history right. That's it for today's update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay on top of every exclusive San Antonio Spurs news drop, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. And don't forget, your opinion matters to Spurs Nation. Share your thoughts in the comments below. See you in the next video.